We're joined now by Eugene Police Chief Pete Kerns, who's here for his monthly update. And this morning, Chief, you're talking about sexual assaults and how we go about investigating them. There's some interesting information out of Ashland.
That's true. It's there's been quite a bit in the news recently about trends of sexual assault in the United States. Just last week, the Department of Education, the Federal Department of Education, released a report that indicated in half the 50 states, universities are under investigation for their handling of sexual assaults on or near campus. And those are related to Title IX and also the mandatory Clarity Act reporting. And so the federal government has a few recommendations. They suggest that schools conduct surveys anonymous surveys in order to get an understanding of the extent to which those types of crimes are occurring among their students. And there's also a couple of universities that provide training to students on how to intervene when they see sexual assaults occurring, which can range from rape to unwanted contact and that sort of thing. The Department of Defense also, the last 5 or 6 years, has given considerable attention to this particular problem and estimates that within the military there's somewhere near 25 or 26,000 assaults that occur a year. This in 2012, about 5,000 were reported, and this last year was twice as many as they saw in the previous year. So they consider these successes. This is a pretty fascinating subject for law enforcement to study because it's believed that 1 in 5 women have or will be the victim of a sexual assault. So we're always looking for ways to improve on our ability to gather information about it and to properly conduct investigations.
And it does seem even now, even in 2014, that it is still sometimes not taken seriously by officials, and we read all the time, not all the time, I shouldn't exaggerate it, but we do read about cases where women report things that just don't seem to go, don't seem to get, thoroughly investigated.
That's one of the concerns. The other is that women, or victims, they aren't all women in the military, the numbers of men that report assaults are higher than women. The percentage is lower, but the numbers are much higher. So it involves both genders. And I think the greatest problem is that we have to learn that we can't investigate these types of crimes the same as we do others. And so there's this new program in Ashland known as You Have Options. It's the You Have Options program that our department is also studying to see if it's something we can apply here. In it, the entire organization, all the patrol officers and detectives are trained in identifying the different ways that women can report sexual assaults that give the victim total control over how the investigation is conducted, when the suspect is contacted, and so on.
Yes, thank you so much, Chief. I really appreciate your time.